Hi everyone, my name is Hilde and I love working with African fabrics in my quilts and boxes. Here are a few boxes that I have made before. I make the boxes out of acid-free cardboards and I use white glue that is water-based. The boxes have different sizes and it depends for what purpose you want to use them. This for instance has a loose lid and on the inside is fabric and my business card. Here you can put in, I don't know, keys, whatever. This box is a tea box made with another design, and the tassel is recycled bead from Ghana. All these fabrics I bought in Ghana when I lived there for 3 years. I lived in Accra for my husband's job, and I just fell in love with all the fabrics. And it is what I really like is that when you fold the fabric around the box, it comes together in different ways. This is another tea box, and it's the placement of the design and the prints of the pattern. This is one of my favorites. It's a fantastic print called La Familia, and inside I've put a tray for the tools. There's even a pincushion. This is to store your rotary cutter or scissor, and in here is a cutting mat, and it's you can get it out, but it's a bit tight. If you use a little tool, that happens. It's a loose cutting mat. So, and the other one is this one with the speed bird. I really like. And the inside, as you can see, the inside for this one is a little higher. The inside box, they call it a neck, and this is a box for intermediate level. I teach different levels, and today I'm going to show you the beginner's box. It's a small one and the lid is more simple. It doesn't go and falls over a neck. And the inside is also lower. Because fabric frays, you have to work with that, and I'll show you when we get along. This box is what we're going to make. I'll show you what I've prepared. These pieces are the outside box, 6 pieces, because it's the bottom, the top, the 4 sides, and that together is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For the inside, you need the same amount, 6 pieces. The bottom, the side panels, and the inside lid. The inside lid falls perfectly inside the inside, so to hold it, and it's a little tight to get it open. For the covering, for the fabric, I have chosen this piece of fabric, one of my favorites. I like to use, it doesn't matter. Now I have to take care that there's a front and a back, which for African fabric is sometimes very hard to see, but then the wordings on the velvets help. So this is the front, and I place it on the back side of the fabric. Now let me put the inside panels to the sides. Now when you have a design on the fabric, you want to make sure it's going the right way when you place your lid on it. So yeah, you have to keep an eye on that when you do that. I'm going really fast today, but if you want to do the same thing, make a box with fabric. You can go to my YouTube channel under my name Hilde Hoogwaarts, and I have several levels, the beginner's level, and it's cut up in pieces so you can really go slowly through the process of cutting the cardboard, gluing it together. How do you place your fabric? How do you make the inside? And last but not least, how to place the tassel. But first I'm gonna do this one for this box, and I like to have something funny on the lid itself, but I need place for the, yeah, this can go. Will this look okay? Yeah, can. Okay, so I want that specific design on my lid. I place it on top and I take care I still have enough fabric to the sides. Ooh, that's ample. That's, I need to move it up a little bit. I need this extra to fold inside, so this can do. I'll take a pencil and I go around that piece of cardboard so I know where I will place it. I'm going to mark all the sides and then cut out that piece of fabric with an extra seam allowance of about 3/4 of an inch, 1.5 centimeter to 2 centimeters. That is enough, and then you can get rid of that whole big piece of fabric, otherwise it's not easy to work with. So you can see I've placed the lid, then I placed the back of the box, the bottom, and then I flip it over one more time and go around the front panel. I flip it back to the base and I go to the side, so I have the side panels marked on the fabric. And I do the same on that part. So before I cut the fabric, I double check if I have 6 pieces marked on my fabric. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. I use the rotary cutter to go along, and I take about 1.5 centimeters outside every marked panel. So I'm now going to glue the box onto the fabric onto the box, and I use this tray, and I have already put in some glue. I use water-based glue, also called PVA or school glue. It dries clear, which is really nice. I'm not using bookbinder's glue because that is thicker and dries very quick, and I wanted to be able to be a little bit more less stressed, and I like to work in a nice pace. I've put glue on the base of the box. That's where I start, and I place it inside the mark lines for the base. I place it on top and turn it upside down, and I push the glue into the fabric so there are no bubbles and it's nice and smooth around it. Then I'm going to trim down the fabric a little bit closer to the drawing lines, which is easier to do now the big piece is gone. I'm cutting away until about 1/4 inch or 1/2 centimeter outside the marked line. So I keep the fabric too big, a little bit too big. It's a seam allowance. Then in the corners I go and miter towards the cardboard corner. I do the same on this side. Cut away the fabric and I miter the corner. Do the same on the back. Cut away a little bit, and then I miter the corner. I'm not cutting away along the back side of the fabric panel. I wait until I'm there with gluing, so I can work as precise as possible. So I start with gluing the front. I put some glue on my roller. I roll it out so it's not too thick. If it's too thick, then it may stain the fabric. And that's what we don't want. So I put it on top. I bring it up from the bottom and I push it onto the cardboard. Small folds are going to be pushed out. So what I want to do next is bring this fabric around the edges and inside, but it's too big, so I need to trim down. This outside corner is going to go away. A box like the a sewing box with the chicken on it I showed you just before is a next level I haven't made videos for yet, so that's going to come. Anyway, I have cut in the meantime the side panels. They go along the edge here, around the corner. This part is going to go in, but I want also a small piece to go on top of the cardboard, so all cardboard is covered by the ends of this whole box making process. So I make little cuts, almost the thickness of the cardboard, so they stay on top, and this one goes in. This is a little too long. I trim down, and now I can glue. I do it. So step one is done. The first stage, inside is enforced, and this is the outside. Now I'm going to do prepare the inside of the box. I've chosen this blue fabric to cover the inside of the box, and I start with the bottom plate. Glue on the bottom plate of the inside box, and I just place it immediately on the wrong side of the fabric, and a little bit away from the side because of the self-edge. So I press it out. And now I take my rotary cutter and go along the edge of the cardboard, not cutting in the cardboard. So yes. And this goes straight into the box. I put glue. And I place it inside. I press it. Okay. And there it is, the inside. Last but not least, the inside lid. So I slowly but steadily get there. So that is done. This part is going to go on the inside here, about in the middle, but I want to put a tassel that comes out in between the two pieces. And now it has to dry before I close it, and I use my special cloth packs. You can also use these kind of things. I prefer these, no problem. There it is. I let it dry for 5 minutes, and then I take off the packs and the box is ready. Here is the box that I just made in a quick, very quick demonstration, and I really like it. And I put some tools in it, handy to keep near my sewing machine. So thank you so much for watching the video, and if you're interested, as I said before, go to my YouTube channel and see if you can make the card boxes. Box making is what I really like to do in between making my quilts. It's a short and quick project, and it's a nice gift box or a handy storage thing. Thank you. Hope to see you soon. Bye.